Well, hello there, God's children. It's your favorite unsalted cracker. It's your boy yet again. It's Brother Reed right here. And people with us today, as always, we're joined in the back by our sidekick, the boss. We also have with us today, we have Alexa. What is Alani new?
From VideoGamesBlogger.com. 2K and Gearbox Software announced today that Alani, the first of 5 new free playable characters for Battleborn, will release on May 31st on all platforms and May 24th for both Season Pass holders and PlayStation 4 Open Beta participants.
You believe that? But that's something else, Alani. But this is Alani new. This is their Juicy Peach. 0% sugar. Does that mean 0% pleasure? We'll find out. It does have 200 milligrams of caffeine per con, gluten-free, vegan, B6, B12 vitamins. It's got it all. It's got it all. We'll see how healthy this really is when we give it the Yucca test. So we're going to give this a review, see what it's all about. Another great flavor from Alani. I really like their energy drinks. So we're going to see how good this one is also. So as always, guys, remember, if you have anything like read to review, leave that comment below. Because if I like it, I might pick it out and review your request next. Thumbnail, I really like this name, Juicy Peach. I like that. Yeah. Alrighty, guys, it's time for the ultimate test. How healthy are you? Are you really healthy? Here we go. Not bad, but not good. It got a 39. How about that? But it has 10 chemicals. It has 3 that's hazardous. So there you have it. Another unsafe energy drink. Just because it says it's healthier doesn't mean it is. Nope. Just remember that, people. Sure, this is not as bad, but it still has hazardous chemicals. Yucca doesn't lie. So here we go. Let's see how it tastes anyway. Juicy peach. That's very nice. Again, I got a little bit of the, I got a pretty strong diet aftertaste with this one here. Pretty strong. Pretty stout. Pretty stout. You get a nice, juicy peach flavor. You get that peach flavor on that sip. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not the best, but it's still pretty good. So I'm always a sucker for a new energy drink. I love energy drinks. I don't drink them, but I do love them. At one time, I would drink a Monster. I would do this once a week. I would usually do it on a Friday or a Saturday night. I would get me a regular Monster, and I would drink it while I played my video games. I would do that once a week. I don't drink them anymore, but I still like to sample them and really enjoy them, and this one is good. It does have a little bit of a stronger aftertaste, but it is 0% sugar. Is it 0% pleasure? I would say no. It's about 80% pleasure. The diet flavor was worse on the first sip. As you keep sipping it, it becomes less and less. But it is pretty harsh. It's still pretty harsh, actually. I thought it was going to go away. So this one, people, has a great start. And the aftertaste is just too harsh. I'm sorry. That's harsh. I thought it was going to go away. Let's take another sip of it here. I mean, it tastes so good at first. Then you're left with like a rush of pain and hatred. Yeah, it's not what I thought it would be. So the Alani new Juicy Peach. I'm disappointed. I'll just be honest with you. Let's take another sip of it here. I mean, it tastes great at first, Then it comes crashing down with a horrid aftertaste. So the Alani new Juicy Peach gets a very, very disappointing 2 stars. You take that sip and you're like, oh man, this is absolutely amazing. You're like, oh, that good. It's not good. And that's what it's like. You're like, man, it's so good. It's like when you play, well, I'm not getting into that, but it's like when you, I better not even say that. That's a bad example. But I guess it would be like buying a new Chevrolet. There you go. That's the best way to put it. Just imagine you buy that new Chevrolet, or let's go ahead and say Dodge and Chevrolet. Either one, you know, they're not really great made vehicles. I know people swear up and down by them, but you know, when you consider them, we consider them to like a Ford or a Toyota. They're not that well made. Kind of like Chevrolet cars and Ford cars. You know how bad those things are. I found out myself when I bought when I was buying Fords and Chevrolets. I was like, man, these things are always breaking down. What could it be? That's what it was. There's a Ford and a Chevrolet. But the Ford trucks are good. Ford trucks are good and Toyota trucks are good. But I'm talking about Ford cars and Ford kind of Chevrolet cars and stuff. I was like, man, they're always breaking down on me. What could it be? And that's what it was. So, anyway, if I had to do it all over again, I would have wisened up and watched more YouTube videos on it. I should have watched Scotty Kilmer at the first. Anybody ever watch him? He knows what he's talking about. I should have watched him before I bought any of my cars. Always go by looks. I go by looks of a vehicle, but don't overdo it, you know. So anyway, that's the best way to put it. You'll buy that new vehicle. You're like, man, it runs great. Man, it's good. Then when it hits that magical around 100,000 mile mark or something, it breaks down. And your friend has a Toyota or a Honda, and they're still going. And you're wondering, what could it be? It's nothing to do with the brand. It just happens sometimes, you know. And that's how it goes. That's how it is at first. It's got a great taste, and if you keep it long enough, the relationship will sour, and that'll be the end of it. You know? But if you're going to buy a vehicle, if you're going to buy a vehicle and not keep it over 100,000 miles or less, buy whatever you want. Usually, you can get 100,000 miles out of anything, just about it. The key is what happens when it hits 150. 200,000 miles. Do you want to keep a car that long? If you do, buy a Toyota or a Honda, or you know, truck buy a Ford or a Toyota. But anyway, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. SUVs, you cannot beat the. I've turned this into a car video. That's enough. But you cannot beat SUVs. You can't beat the Toyotas and the CRVs from Honda. Those are great stuff. Those are great. I know people that's got them with 300,000 miles on them. They still drive them. Toyotas. But anyway, that's going to be the official review. I'm going to give this 2 stars, like I said. I guess I already gave it 2 stars. And that's going to be it. That's going to be the official video. So this turned into a car video, but that was an example of the flavor you get with this. It tastes good at first, and as the relationship goes on, instead of aging gracefully, it just falls off a cliff. Kind of like marriage. Not all marriages, but a lot of them. That's another example of it. And that's going to be the official review. I was playing with my little seatbelt thing here. But that's going to be the official review. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Give that video a thumbs up. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day now. Toodles! Now, if you're a big fan of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you're very lucky today. Because guess what? This tastes just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Now, it's not one of my favorite cereals. Of course, y'all know my all-time favorite is the classic Frosted Flakes. And then after that, I would say maybe guess that'd be about it. I mean, my favorite cereal is Frosted Flakes. I like other cereals, but I can't think of it off the top. There's Trix. I don't know if Trix is. I don't know. No, not Trix. I guess regular Corn Flakes would be my second favorite. And add sugar. So there's your Frosted Flakes again. But this, you know, I'm not a big fan of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Fruit Loops is one of my favorite cereals. That's what I was thinking of. Fruit Loops would be my top 1 and 2 would be Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops.